artisan quarter real quick, which is this is cool because this is like a bonus. Like not only are we producing and playing and generating and stuff, now all these other things are coming into the fold here. So
Yeah.
if you're familiar with this, let's just run through these tabs real quick and then we can wrap this up.
Yeah, and Monkey Power brings up a good point that if you have there's titles you get by being a land person, and so if you own a keep, there's a special title for you, and if you own a castle, that's a different title, and there's
Mm-hmm.
different like uh, bragging titles that you can get. They're not titles like the ones you own. They're just like I think you can change it on your name, so when people look at you, or in fact, I
Okay.
think there's just bonuses, for example, and I think there's levels. Well, the bottom level, I believe it's the lowest level you can hit, is just owning 5 plots. So just owning
Hmm.
5 plots gets you the first level of bonuses on that little ranking thing. And I forget, it's in the white paper or something. We could pull it up at another time. But the bottom is 5 plots. So Monkey Power is pointing out that just by owning 5 plots, you get a percentage RP boost in your ranked play. And you'll see
Got
that
it.
when you win
Oh.
battles, you'll see it on the screen. It'll say, "Oh, and you're a 5 plot owner, so here's extra 5% glint or whatever."
Oh. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Thank you.
you're almost there. You need 2 more, and I think they don't even have to be activated. So it's just 5 plots in your account, and that
Mm-hmm.
bonus starts. And then
Okay.
you could go look.
Interesting.
Maybe you could pull that up for your people at a future thing in the white paper where you could show the other levels there.
I'll make a note of it. Yep, we'll circle back to that and get the magnifying glass out and check the white
Yeah,
paper on
that's why
that.
we said it. This goes so deep. There's so much more that we haven't even covered, and even I'll be honest, there's even stuff I don't mess with. Like, see this here. So this is the artisan quarters, and this is probably one of the most interesting tabs because this is kind
Ooh.
of like what you can do with land, and here you open it up, and these are all different things that you can currently craft, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
like the in fact, I'll be honest with you, I don't mess with most of the stuff, but you can make time crystals, you can make the wagon kits, right? Midnight potions, which gives you that back for the unbinding scrolls. And if you
Oh,
just click on one, go ahead and just click on any one, and then you'll see the components that are needed,
to
right?
produce
So
one of these. So,
go.
oh,
So to
okay.
produce
So
one packet,
all right. So for the layman, like myself out there, you have your work site, right? And you were there chopping down trees, doing that. Well, now you're going to be building a crafting station instead, and you're going to be right. You're gonna instead of doing the wood, you're gonna be crafting it, or do you still make the wood, and this gives you the additional ability to craft these items? How does that work?
yeah, there's nothing you need. You don't need a building. There's no crafting station. That might come in the future with buildings, but as of
Mm-hmm.
right now, if you have the balances of what it takes in your account, you can just click that button right there and boom, you craft it. There's really nothing
Okay.
extra to do.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can see there you would need 2,500
Oh,
aura.
so
You have zero. You need
oh, so
4,000 wood.
so it's a universal crafting station then. Like, yeah, you want to just I need some Phoenix
Yeah.
ashes. I just go in here. If I have this stuff in my account, boom. I just go ahead and purchase and then manufacture these, and then I can actually put those up for purchase on the market as well.
Yeah, now just to highlight this in the top left hand corner, you're going to see that you are currently highlighting your region. So if you were in multiple regions, if your wood was spread across multiple regions, you would need
Oh,
it. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but you probably need it all in the same
makes sense.
region in order to craft it. So in this
Right.
case, you only have one region, so you're only viewing that region.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense, right? I need wood right now at this crafting station to make whatever it is. I need to have it handy, right? It has to be local to me, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, all right,
And
all
then
right. So
okay, so
that's that one.
this is crafting. This is like a crafting station with a bunch of different things in there. And then your next one, your next little tab, there's cards.
Mm.
So go ahead and click cards. Now we currently are in the middle of an event, right? So we have 2 cards available. You can see the timer there. I think this was a 60-day event, and so we're halfway through it. So there's about 1 month left. So the remainder of May, you can come in and you can craft these cards. Um,
Nice.
So this card here, you can see, and then if you want to, there's a whole raffle system in this. So every card you craft gets you a raffle ticket, and you can scroll down and you can read all that. But this is like an event, so you could participate in this event. And this is also one of these cool things that we like to talk about, because these cards require Cinder. And as we know, Cinder is that amazing thing that requires us to, the only way to acquire Cinder is to burn old cards.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no other way to get Cinder. You can't buy it. It's soul bound, so you can't trade it, and you cannot produce it. There's no way of, there's no work site for that, and so you have to burn cards to create Cinder. So the amazing
Fantastic,
thing about, right,
fantastic
so we are,
mechanism.
that's right. So we are burning old cards, and
Mm-hmm.
just to highlight, it requires many more cards to be burned than it requires to craft a card. So
Yep.
you might have to burn, 100 commons or something to produce one common,
Right.
here. So
And
there's two cards there, and you can see the little scroll thing there. You can see the max supply. So there's only 60,000 available of these cards. The remaining supply is 26,000 there, and you could, yeah. And anyways, you need stone for this one. So you can see that your stone is currently in green down there in the right-hand corner. So you do have enough stone, but you don't have the Cinder. So you could actually
right,
make one copy of this card right now, if you would just go burn some cards and get some
right.
Cinder, and then that's it. And then if you scroll down, you'll see a leaderboard down there. And then these also have skin. This is very interesting. Click on the card there. So you can see here remaining supply, and there's a leaderboard, and then there's a raffle for the gold foils, and the arcanes are a raffle. So if you produce the regular foil, if you craft the regular foil, you get a raffle ticket for the black foil, the black foil arcane version,
All
right?
right. I
Now,
apologize. I hit back by mistake
yeah, no
there.
problem.
So,
Yeah, so this is
is
going to
this where you
be,
wanted me?
yeah, so this is just showing you here. This is a raffle, so there's a land drawing. So after this event is over, every card that you crafted will be a raffle ticket, and you have an opportunity to earn the gold version, or the gold arcane, or the
Oh,
black arcane
nice.
of the two cards. So that's a huge bonus. So now scroll up real quick, and I'll show you one more thing, which is pretty cool. So if you scroll up, and if you click on the little drop down there next to card, where it says the hunter there under the timer,
Okay. And you could
actually,
change.
wait a minute. Actually, you don't have the option there. Are there skins available? Because are the
Th-
skins all gone?
there is a skin button here. Let me just address this real quick. Alfredo Glory has donated a card to be a land worker. Thank you for that, boss. I appreciate that. And you, good sir, we will get him on a piece of land. Absolutely. I think I definitely do need some. Is this what you're talking about? These skins here?
Oh,
Um,
I guess they moved it over to the skin tab. Okay, okay. Yeah, sorry. They changed that, obviously. That was probably an update. So these are the skins for those
oh,
promo cards.
burn it for cinder. Okay. Let me just look at this for 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, owned. It was a death card. I forgot who it was. It was an oldie but goodie. Where is he? What was the name? He was telling me to burn that card for Cinder, so I just want to see what the value is for that. And I'm glad this interrupted because I was going to say, what was the name of the card, bud? I was going to say that land can't absorb all the cards that we need to get rid of. So this mechanism of burning these cards is great because the land was, the staking on land, right, was one of the things was that, oh, okay, all these cards that are not being used can go to land and they can retire over there and we take them out of the pool. Well, there's not enough plots, there's not enough active land and everything to absorb all these cards, right? So this new mechanism of burning them actually gets them out of the supply, gets them out of rotation. So this
Yeah,
this is
Monkey
something
Power.
great.
Yeah, Monkey Power said it's the Bonesmith. And then, yeah, Monkey Power, you're right, man. Those skins, like those legendary skins, are no joke. Oh, it's the Venari Bonesmith. The Venari. Yeah, there it is.
All right, so here I guess, and then burn. Cinder, 750. Yeah, so right away, that puts you in for that puts you with like 3 or 4 copies actually of that card. I mean, obviously you do need the other required. I think it was stone to do that. But yep, right away. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah, that's a level
So
4. So I don't know how much CC that is, but that's a lot of cards, I think.
yep,
Because a level
stats
4
level
that
4.
card.
That's 20. That's 25 cards, and it's a shame
Oh,
because that's a
25
good
cards.
card
Okay, there
and
you
a
go.
good level.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, hey, that's what has to be done, right? We have to get through that CA, all those packs and all those cards in CA, and this is an absolute genius way to do it. Because, like I said, land can't absorb all these cards. So,
So
OFG, thank you for that.
your stream is a community service.
That's
So it
this
looks
is
like,
exactly what I
yeah.
was
So they
intending
want
for,
you to
right?
so they want you to craft. So go over to the card. I think, yeah, that's what they want you to do.
Hmm.
The crowd shall be appeased. Shall
Okay.
be.
So
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
there you
we're gonna
go.
go ahead and
So
do that, right?
yeah, so there you go. So now you see that you have 2 greens there, right? You have enough cinder and you've got the stones.
Hmm.
And so yeah, go ahead and make a copy, and that will give you a raffle ticket. Hey, wouldn't it be awesome if you get the 1 of 1 black foil arcane?
If I get that off of one, I am that'll go back. I'll put that into a prize wheel or something, and we'll figure out how to get that out to the people.
Imagine if you got the raffle, the prize, and you were able to
Hmm.
sell the black foil card and get like 20 plots. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like your whole you become like a land whale just because like you get, you win a raffle,
Yep, yep, and there it is.
I mean, it only
That's the
takes one. I mean, you are in. I mean, that's the raffle is real, man. I mean,
yep. People are hitting it. Somebody's gonna hit it, right? So
you know
yep.
what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not really the gambler type. I don't like lotteries and gambling, and I just whatever, dude. I never really cared for that in real life, right? But I did participate in this, and I really didn't lose money because I don't play ranked. So I sold these cards after I crafted them, and I actually
Hmm.
profited from the sale, which was like, whoa,
Okay.
amazing. So I have like 600 raffle tickets, and I'm not a raffle ticket type. Like I don't chase a raffle, right? But I'm sitting there
Hmm.
going, I have these free raffle tickets,
Yeah.
and I have enough to where like law of averages, like I'm gonna get something, right? And
Yep.
that's like I'm just like, wow, like I'm actually get a little bit of a dopamine hit from these raffle tickets, which I really didn't pay for. You know,
Yep.
like I wouldn't buy raffle tickets just for a raffle. Like I wouldn't spend money just for a raffle. But the
Right.
fact that I earned them like for free as like gravy,
A
I'm like,
consolation prize type of thing. That's
yeah, I'm like,
awesome. Yep.
this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I got these free raffle tickets, and I'm not a gambler, but I do get a little bit of a dopamine hit from a lottery tickets.
Yep. Let's take this time to shout out to Dave and Blaze, the masterminds. I think this was actually, if I'm not mistaken, Dave's brainchild there with all these raffles and all these
Yeah,
auxiliary things that we're
yeah.
doing. So yeah, shout out to those guys for doing absolutely an amazing job with all these new things. Dave is one that is constantly looking to innovate the game. He's trying to do new things. He's trying to bring more ability, more everything. Right? Let's be honest. So he's trying to really make this game something super special. I mean, the game is already special to begin with, right? But just like you just said, that you did something, and look, there's another mechanic, another
And
layer.
iBlast. Let me just throw something in here because people got to see this. I've said it before, but since we're on the screen, they got to see this.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to see this, right? Watch
Mm-hmm.
this. Look at the cinder that it costs for you to mint 1 copy of that card. You see the cinder over there?
Yep.
So now we have a little bit of an idea. You just demonstrated about how many cards you got to burn to get about how much cinder and how much cinder it costs to craft this card, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you burn 25 cards, and you really can only hit the max button on that. Don't craft it, but just hit max, and let's see. Oh wait, okay, so well, it won't let you. You can't produce any because you don't have the stone, but you could produce what? Only 3 of those cards.
Mm-hmm.
So you burn 25 cards and you can only make 3. But let me show you something even crazier. Now keep an eye, just note in your brain, the crafting cost of that card and what you just did to craft that card. So 187, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now scroll up a little bit and click the skins because you got to see this. It blew my mind when I saw it. Hit skins. Now watch this.
Okay.
Go to the legendary skin. This is the regular foil skin. Go to the legendary one of this card.
That would be the
That
fabled,
right there.
right?
No. That's
Okay.
the other card. That right there. Now look at this. Look at the cinder cost.
Sheesh.
Now watch this.
Wow.
How many have been crafted out of the 10 available?
Max supply 10, remaining is 2. So there's 8 of these cards that are
8.
out there in the world. 8 people did
Yes.
37,500 burning on these cards. And not only that wasn't the only thing that just punched me in the stomach. The aura. The aura that 50,000, I'm pretty
That's
sure
a lot of
that's
aura.
not, I'm pretty sure
Put
that's
the aura
not.
aside. Put the aura aside for a second. Forget about the aura. Like the aura is just a bonus on what they have to burn. Just look at the cinder alone. Imagine you just burned 25 cards.
Yep.
Right? Hit that little notch button up to 8 so we could see the total amount of cinder it would require to make 8 of them. Like that little notch, you just click it. 8.
Yep.
Up to 8.
300,000.
Right? 300,000 cinder.
Yep.
Now let's do the
Just
math
for
on
this
that.
one skin. Well,
You
for
just
8
burned
of them.
25 cards and got 750. Now take 300,000 and divide it by 750. It takes 4. You would have to do what you just did 400 times, right?
Sheesh.
So 400, watch this, 400 times 25, because it was 25 cards that you did, right? So 400 times 25, you would have had to burn 10,000 copies of that Venari Bonesmith to produce the 8 skins.
That is an enormous impact to the card pool there, and that's exactly what we need, right? We need those cards.
Now wait, let's take it one step just for hype's sake. Go to the legendary of the other card because there's 2 cards.
Okay. I guess
9 of them.
Same.
9.
That was 337,500 that's been burnt already on that. Not that needs to be
for
burned
the legendary
already.
skins of the card.
Yep. And
That's
then
not even for a card.
Yep, that's not even for the card itself, exactly. And now, I mean, it's not a 1 of 1, but it's a 1 of 10. The limited supply. I mean, you see this thing in battle, you know you're going up against somebody that's a real, true player of this game, right? You see these.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to anyone now. You just saw these skins. You see these skins in battle, man. Respect, right? Because that dude had to burn a lot for that. Yeah, so we're adding a little bit of we're adding edification to the owners of these skins in
100%.
saying, yeah. So there you go, man. So now added together, we're at 637,000 cinder just for the legendary versions.
That's nuts.
And there's regular foil versions. Go to the regular foil versions. I bet you most people don't even know this because this is a niche within a niche within a niche of the game, right? It's literally cards crafted on land and the skins of those cards. We're like really deep in the weeds here. So most people don't know this. But look at that. There was 46 of those. Right?
Yep.
So add up all that skin together, man, it's a crazy amount of cards. Right? We're talking about 25,000 regular foil. I know.
And then
the other one's similar. So,
yep.
You're looking at
crazy
what
amount.
we're looking at almost 600. What are we at? 6, 7, 8, maybe 800,000 cinder.
That's nuts.
800,000 cinder just for the skins.
And it's halfway there too, on these 2 famed ones. So, yeah, that's crazy. The amount of resources that this is consuming to put into something that's truly unique. Yeah, that's awesome.
Now,
Yep.
now we could. We didn't need to take up too much time, but I mean, we could go back to the cards, and we can actually go and now add the cinder for the cards that were minted, and we get a bigger number. It's probably over 1 million.
Hmm.
Well over 1 million. When we add the cards in. So this little event with, imagine, two common cards. And
I
we're
didn't
not
even
even talking
realize
about
that. Yeah, I didn't realize these are both common cards, bro. Wow.
commons,
Wow.
not even legendaries or epics or rare. These are two commons.
The Cinder Chase is real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely. I mean that the impact on that it's actually pretty crazy.
So I
So,
explained this, but it's great that you are streaming this because we got a chance to literally like show people with their own eyes can now see the
yep.
point I've made through a Discord voice chat. But now this is you're streaming it and you're showing people, look at the numbers are real. That there it is, right on your screen. And you were able to walk through. You actually burned 25 cards, and we saw how much cinder you got for that, 750 cinder. So
Hmm.
now imagine 1 million plus for this event, right?
Yep. On one
And
card,
it
if you're
just
doing one card,
it
yeah.
gives you an idea, like people don't realize how much, like how much stuff was happening behind the scenes. So again, the point I was trying to make when I was voicing this out is we're getting a little bit of away from land. I hope people don't mind, but the point I was trying to make was, you know, people are looking at the SPS price and going, everything must be a failure if SPS price just keeps going down. And I'm looking deeper in the weeds at like an event like this, and I'm saying massive success. I don't know why. Then I try to understand why is SPS going down. So to me, they're uncorrelated. You can have a massively successful small event, and you can
Hmm.
also have SPS price going down.
Yep.
Like
And,
how else can I explain it?
and just real quick again, because I am totally new to the whole land and caring about land, and you hear all these things, oh, this skin event and this thing's going on. To me, I was like,
Yeah,
who cares? So this is for all the people out there that are
right.
like were like me, like just battlers and stuff. This stuff matters. hundred
There you
percent, this
go,
stuff
bro.
matters. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. Awesome
That's
stuff.
it, man. Like I hope more people watch the stream and that same point gets across.
Yep.
You know, we
Absolutely.
dreamed about land doing stuff like we dreamed back in the day. Like people were like, when land? And here we are. Like this is a dream come true for the game. This is what we dreamed of. Land is going to use the old cards, and that's what Magic the Gathering cardboard couldn't do. And we've got
Hmm.
this unique features, the vision, the dream of aggroed, and here we are. Like
Yep.
here it
Living the
is.
dream. Yeah. You don't
Like
realize until you
what
look
more do you
back, right?
want? Like in
Yep.
my opinion, this is even beyond the dream we imagined because the original dream we imagined is that land would just soak up the old cards. We never even envisioned the cinder. The idea that not only did land not just soak up the cards, land burned the dang cards.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
And
that's
created cards
beyond
too
the
out of it
vision.
also now. So it's yeah. Yep.
We
No,
never talked about
100%
burning
agree.
the old cards. We talked about using the old cards on land. If you would have
Hmm.
said people would burn cards, we would have been called crazier than we were in the past. We would have been called crazy, crazy guys, double crazy. And now
Yep.
here we are. Not only is land absorbing the cards, they're burning the cards.
Yep.
I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. If you back in the day when Aura was first introduced and everything, and you were gonna tell somebody, yeah, you're gonna be burning 23 million, 2,300,000, of Aura for these skins, and yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, why would anybody do that? Well, here we are today. We're doing it and we're loving it.
That's
As
it,
you
man.
can see, because there's two left in this supply. So I mean, the proof is right there. Yep. Monkey Powers adding in that Splinter Vibes are also to be burned for Cinder as well. We're not even going to go into the whole Splinter Vibes thing right there, but just know, guys, that if you don't have the cards and you don't find the cards that you want to purchase on the market to burn, and you got a couple of extra Splinter Vibes there, you can use those too. I don't know what the rates are, but you can definitely do it. So again, how all this stuff ties in. I've heard a lot of people say in the past, not a lot of people, I've heard a couple of key people voice their opinion about the Splinter Vibes. We're going on a tangent here real quick, but oh, well, what is it useful for? Blah blah blah. Okay, here's a good use case. Burn it for Cinder then. If nothing, burn it for Cinder. So All right, we can continue here. Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
just.
So we could jump over the next tab. We're almost through here. So the next
Yeah.
one is going to be your. This is very simple. So, okay. So these are totem. So this is how you are going to. Uh, what is it called? The restoration lab. And so you have the ability to earn fragments of totems. And when you have enough fragments, you can produce the totem. All right. So, for example, here the legendary one requires 4 fragments. You can see the crafting cost over there. So you need 4
Mhm.
fragments to make a legendary totem. And if you go ahead and highlight the other ones, you'll see common is 10. Uh, go up. Yeah, change it so the common. So the rare is 8, common is 10, and the epic I think is 6. Right.
Yep.
So you need those many fragments, and then you can go ahead and you can put them together and make the full-blown totem. Now, I won't go over the history of totems because they go all the way back to the pre-sale. We could cover that another time for those people that are interested in history. But the way it operates now is that the only way you can get totem fragments, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can only earn totem fragments if you harvest. So it's a random it's a lucky opportunity when you harvest a plot that is producing research or a keep or a castle.
Ah, okay.
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 So a plot that is designated to farm research points, a
Mm.
keep or a castle. When you harvest one of those 3, you have an opportunity, a random roll of the dice, to get a fragment. And then obviously the
Okay.
fragments are the rarity of the fragment, the harder it is, right? Yeah,
So you're
Lunacy
telling me
said
I need more plots, apparently. You're telling me I'm gonna need more plots. All
well, not just
right,
more plots, but you
but
need
those
specifically
to do research.
research.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes,
that's what
yes,
I meant. To a plot, so
yeah,
I could dedicate that one to doing research. Yeah. I just want
yes.
to make a quick correction right there. The Splinter vibes don't burn for Cinder. They're available for purchase via Cinder. So
For
sorry.
Cinder,
So
okay.
yeah, sorry about that. So okay.
I didn't know that.
All right. So, all right, that's good. And then the last one would be the permits.
So now permits.
And
So
if you're
right now
not,
there's only right now there's only one work site, and a work site is an Aura Lab. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I personally am not producing any Aura at this time. That might be a shocker for some people, but I don't own a Aura Lab, and I don't produce any Aura. Um, I just feel like I can beast mode it up if I want to in the future. I just don't feel like there's enough use case for me to do it yet. But to produce Aura, you need a Aura Lab permit, and the way you get an Aura Lab permit is by having 10,000 research points. And the way you
okay.
get research is by having a research work site on a plot. And then that ties back into our totem fragments. So you can make a research work site. You can be producing research points. And then when you get to 10,000, you can exchange that for a permit. Don't quote me on this. Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe a permit can be removed from a plot and then put back on the plot again. So it's sort of like I think it's a soul-bound permit that you get to keep. And for example, if you want to sell a plot, you can remove your permit from that plot, sell the plot, keep the permit, and put it on a
Oh,
different plot.
okay.
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 So
Um,
that, yeah.
yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit here. Luna said that there's a plot available for $20, a magical plot in my region. Let's just go locate that real quick, and maybe we can make a purchase on that. Um, where would I even find that? Survey
I
land
would,
type.
I'll recommend that you open up additional tab.
Mhm.
Feel free to, I'll just show you, give you my personal opinion. This is my personal preference is,
Sure.
I like to use Monster
Huh.
Market.
Okay.
I think there's some other sites that give you a rebate, but Monster Market will give you a rebate on what you spend. You won't get a rebate if you buy that plot in game. So that's a third party website. So you need to open a new tab and go
Okay.
to, oh, or you could do it that way. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So here's Monster Market. You can log in with your Hive keychain. And then I've been using this site for a long time. It's a bit OG. Uh, and then,
Okay. Looks like I'm
yeah, they'll give you.
in.
I like their interface. I just feel like it's clean and it kind of shows me things a bit better. Or maybe I'm just used to it because I've been using it for a long time. I don't know how you feel about it, but I personally like to look for the land here.
Okay. Luna, you said there's a cheap $20 magical plot in my region. So my that's track. Oh, region. I'll have to put.
No, I think you put the number in, yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh. Oh, okay. Um, I must have passed it.
Looks like it's in order, right? Uh, maybe just type in 140.
I put track as 140. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay. See, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. All right, there we go. Region. Okay, now magical. Um,
Right,
so
click the
common,
Doom. Click it first. So go back to 140. It's more of a search.
like that,
There
right?
you go. There you go. Bam.
All right, so I mean, this looks like it's it, right? Research hut, do meeting. Yeah, I think this is it. Is that right, Luna? All right, did that put it in? It did, right? Okay. Yep, excellent. Okay. I have 20,000 credits, so let's go ahead and do that, right? Your balance, blah, blah, blah. I have to click, oh, I just click here, credits.
Yeah.
So not only is this a land tutorial, this is a mini monster market tutorial.
He's FOMOing in, folks. No, I'm just
So
kidding.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, you guys have given me so much on the stream, and the advice and everything here. It's a no brainer to go ahead and continue this. Right. Let's get up to the 5 plots. Let's get that. That it wasn't a title, but it was a prefix or something like that. Let's get that situated, and then when I do revisit all this stuff, I can review it again to everybody. So, um, all right. So now
Yeah,
I
that was a
think I
nice
pushed
pickup.
it. Yeah, thank you for that, Luna. Um,
It looks like you have there's a little bit of stuff on the market. Maybe you can pick some stuff off at
4.
140.
Look, there you go. 3. I think it was track 3, right? Well, let's see. Owned. Sorry. This interface needs some work. I think you're new. You're new? Yes. Common magic water.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
magical Yeah, so the magical might do the that might, if you put a building on there or something, that might produce the uh yeah, the special
Research?
resource.
That
Yeah.
research. Oh, I'm in the game for that too. Wow. Awesome. Let me
Oh
just say
yeah,
real
that's
quick.
right. Oh, that's right. Chat, it's if you do research on a magical plot, it gives you a bonus, right? Am I right about that? Yeah, I don't mess with research too much. So yeah, I think I forgot about that 10K research.
Yep. Sick. All right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So you get 100% bonus for the research plot.
okay.
If you do research on magical now, you're getting 100%. You're getting a double
Eh,
boost.
Yep, and then this plot is going to be definitely dedicated for that. I might not be able to populate it just yet and get it up and going, but now I have it. Right, that price was an absolute steal. It's necessary. You just proved to me that it was necessary, right, to get my aura and to do those things. So It's
Yeah,
just
I
a,
think
it's
I
a
think
no-brainer.
Aura is one of the inputs for the wagons. So
Okay.
yeah, I
Yep, the
guess you need Aura
Aura was
if you're going to
Aura, and
produce
then
your
for
own wagon.
the skins as well too. I mean, I won't be in range to do those skins there, but regardless, I'm going to have to start getting some up. So this is the absolute way to do it. And guys, it looks like one more of these plots in this. What do you call this in a region here? Not the
Yeah.
region, right? It's a. I'm sorry. What would this be called here again?
That entire what is that a stop sign?
Yeah,
The shape, but that's a region.
a
That
region.
all those
Okay.
little squares, that's 1,000 plots.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So yeah, in this region. So there'll be one more of these guys that I would have to pick up here. So Trash Panda. All right. So Trash Panda looks like he has a bunch there for
Yeah, and I think
15.
the best way to look at lots for sale would be like go back to Monster Market and just look at
Hmm.
it that way. Like that's a terrible way to look, like
Yeah, I
that
know.
way.
So time consuming. Yeah.
So take off the magical and there you go. Like that's the way to look at it right there.
Yep.
You know. So you see like what is it? Rares starting at 72. So that's not a good deal for just a regular rare. $72. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much. There's no keeps, no castle for sale, no legendaries. Wow, this is pretty a pick through region for sure.
Which is good, right? And we'll get it into castles and keeps in the next venture if you're willing to come back on again. Hopefully you are. We can jump into that stuff, right? Because why is that important? That this is an active region, right? It generates stuff, and then so we'll get into all that later on. So, um,
There's no transport penalty for from track to track, King, or only from one region to another. Yeah, region to region. Yeah.
okay,
Because there is no way to transport from track to track because the transporting would be region to region. So there's not even an option. That's not even a thing because both tracks in the same region would just keep it in the region.
okay, and that's 100 plots, if I'm not mistaken. Is a track equals a
A
track?
track is 100 plots, yeah, but
Okay.
a track is also that specific track. So there's 10 tracks in a region, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
each track, I believe if you go back to that stop sign, I believe you can actually highlight the track, and that's the track is kind of more relevant more towards the keep owner because the keep owner has a specific amount of those 100 plots are specific to that track, and therefore the keep's taxes would be based on those specific 100 plots that are in
Mm-hmm.
that specific track of that keep.
Okay. Guys, should I just pick up one of these here to complete the five? Should I just go ahead and do that? What do you guys think? Or should I wait a little bit?
I'll give you my 2 cents. I would you might not like this, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would probably
Go with the
oh
grain
man.
plot somewhere else, right?
Well, I'm wondering in my head. See, if I was starting now, honestly, I don't know if I'd want to pay the grain premium that is in plots. I think I would probably try to use some sort of an LP pool, like I explained to you before.
Mm-hmm.
I would use the LP pool as a way to farm grain, and then I would beef up the LP pool as a way to produce more grain. Uh, I don't. That's kind of how I feel. So I would probably like the idea of at least to get to your five. I would just buy the cheapest plot, or for example, like
Like right.
go up to
Well,
the top. Yeah, go up to the top. So I don't know. Wait, why is yours different than mine? Let me refresh my page because I feel like I'm getting a
yeah.
different.
Luna agrees with you there too.
Can you do a hard refresh because you're not showing the cheapest plot for sale for some reason.
Okay. So I did
There you
select.
go.
I did select grain. Do I? Should I not
Yeah, yeah.
select grain?
Oh, okay. So you had it on grain. All right. What's the cheapest
Yeah.
grain plot? Go ahead. Click grain.
It
Let's
didn't
see.
look that bad. I do have enough credits to get it. It was here at
Yeah, it's
building
got
in a
building on the
box.
box. Yeah, so there's a building on the box, which is a little bit of a bonus because you get like a bonus when the buildings come out. Um, and they were as high as I saw, I think 24, $25. So yeah, I would probably say 19. And if you scroll down, you'll see that after those 19, they kind of jump up to 22 and then $24. And
Mm-hmm.
I think they seem to have settled around $25. So 19 seems like a short-term low on what grain plots have been going for. Um, yeah, you know what? That might, if you're going to do the long game, if you're here to stay, if you're not just like, I just want the cheapest, bonus for my 5 plots, then maybe
Mm-hmm.
just pick the cheapest one off the market.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are going to play the long game, I mean, probably can't hurt to buy a $19 grain plot. And then remember, use the strategy that I taught you with the LP pool, and you can avoid the region to region tax.
Correct. Yep. Yep. Um.
That's probably the way to go. I wouldn't because remember if you buy a regular like I think it was wood in your region, you're at $15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that. If you gave me the choice between a $15 plot in the same region that produces wood or a $19 grain plot in a different region, I mean for me that's a no-brainer. I would go with the $19 grain in a different region.
Okay. So now the only question is do I go for the river or I go for the plains?
Oh,
Those
wait a
would be.
minute. Monkey Power said there's a grain magic for $23.
Oh.
Let's check out magical.
Magic.
Now that's from a dumper. That's from a whale dump, melatonin 6. So that
Mm.
is definitely a fire sale, price probably.
Just above what I have to spend. I have the 21 in there. I would have to put a couple of more bucks in. Um, but is this what you guys are saying? This is what I should go with, though, regardless, right? I should get this one over the $19 one.
I mean, you can see it's probably a good find. I mean, shout out to Monkey Power because look, I mean, it's got the
Mm-hmm.
building in the box like the other one. It's only $4 more or three
Mm-hmm.
dollars and 88 cents more, and you
Looks
get the
cool as hell.
magical with it,
All right,
you know.
I'll go ahead and do that.
But you could see the minute you buy that, I mean, you could almost resell that. I mean, because the next one is
Yeah,
twenty
because the
nine
next
bucks. I
price
mean,
is 29. Yeah,
yeah, someone could
I
buy that for
honestly I would
twenty eight
keep it
dollars.
though. Yeah, I would keep it.
I mean, I guess you could say that as long as no one else lists another magical, and that's a grain. Oh wait, is that a
Yep.
yeah? Wait, is that a
Yeah,
grain?
it's green. Yeah.
That's a good find, man. Yeah, your shout out to chat.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah, DeFiz said it is financial. I am giving financial advice.
I'm requesting it, so it's okay, right?
So
All right, you guys give me 1 second here.
you, yeah, you can always farm grain on it and sell it for magical premium later. Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, it's true. Bog grain is the best grain. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty solid find, and I could see the name right away. Melatonin 6 is a dumper. He's a whale selling out, so that's or a whale account selling out. That's one of the guys we got to eat through, guys. So when you see melatonin, I mean, I hate to feed him with more DEC because he probably just dumps it. I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing, but I hate to do it. But at the same time, we're eating whales. Num 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 num.
All right, I would have to step away for 1 second, so give me like 2 minutes here. Actually, I can wait. Hopefully, nobody buys that in the next 2 or 3 minutes here. We can actually wrap up the stream. Let's take care of the stream first. Let's not get sidetracked. As excited as I am
We
to,
got too excited about land. He's like, I gotta go, guys. I need to play land.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, that just goes to show you how awesome this is. So, I got to get my wallet and everything. So, oh, I just lost everything.
I think we've covered a lot, man. I mean, we could just cut it short. I think everybody would understand. Like, we don't. We've been 3 hours. I think it's cool
Yeah,
to just.
agreed. Yep. So, all right, let me just pull you up so I can see. I lost your video.